may end up even worse than when you first started. You may get back pain, you may get shoulder pain, you may get knee pain, lots of different pain you can have by moving the body. So you may need to get professional assistance first before you get started. We're all at this stage here, no matter what stage you are in your journey of health and well-being, and often we want to have a goal. Whatever that goal is, it's up to you, and we'll be having a little discussion in a few minutes about that. With regards to getting to your goal, we do exercise for cardiovascular exercise, resistance weightlifting type exercises, as well as flexibility. And if there's any troubles, well, then we do rehab exercises as well. So there's a long way between, well, it depends on what your goal is, between that point there and your goal. And you can see metaphorically, there's many places to get stuck, get confused, waste your time. And if you use a health professional of some sort, you're able to get there a lot quicker, depending on what the goal is. So if I hadn't used an example, I've chosen a lady which I'm going to call Miss J, who's a 74-year-old female. I'm using that example to make a distinct difference from those people that exercise at the age of 20 and 30 years old. This person, as you can see, got referred for a strengthening exercise program. Can you guys read that at the back? Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of information there, but I'll quickly run through it. She's got a very interesting history. Another reason why I picked her: high blood pressure, osteoporosis, heart problems, pacemaker put in at the beginning of this year, arthritis in her neck, shoulder, hands, and a previous history of breast cancer and frailty. Haven't got all the information there, but with regards to the assessment, she was found to have significant weakness in her lower limbs. We did lots of tests, but the ones I picked out was a 6-minute walk test. She couldn't actually complete that. She had to finish it after 2.5 minutes, so it shows that she hasn't got the endurance within her muscles there. And she only did 107 metres, and she was unable to get out of the chair. So the goals were basically to walk a little bit further, as well as get out of a chair. Some people don't realise, but when you start to not being able to get out of a chair or go up and down stairs, that's very significant. Some people actually have to move their house, sometimes move suburbs, because they actually can't do those functional type things. And if you move to a different suburb, like a care type facility, well then your whole life can be altered a little bit. So it's a very important thing, even though it's a basic thing. So we gave her a whole bunch of exercises there. I won't go into too much details, but a lot of them were functionally based. But I'll demonstrate one little exercise, sit to stand. So I might actually get a volunteer from the crowd.
Yeah.
Jules? Yeah. So the reason why I'm demonstrating this is just to show you a few different things, and I'll talk about them through the talk a little bit. So sit to stand exercise is very, very simple. So for a normal person, normal and healthy, and I think that you are, I'll just get you to stand up and just go normal sit to stand. Hold on. Okay, so that lady couldn't do that functional exercise. So what I did was, if you sit down again, I actually assisted her to stand up. So we actually tried a few times, and I got her to rock backwards and forwards, made sure her feet were further back, and then on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I assisted her up like that, yeah? And then we struggled with that a little bit, so I altered the way I was training her, and so I ended up assisting her a lot, and then I actually got her to go down slowly and try and stop halfway. And so we're stronger in our muscles when we eccentrically contract rather than concentrically contract. So that's the training method I did with her. Mm-hmm. The exercise session went great from my perspective, but when she came back, I'm going to tell one on myself actually, when she came back, I misjudged her arthritic shoulder. And so I had to change tack. So at that point in time, we could have stopped the exercises completely. I may never have seen her again, but thank goodness to her, she kept on persisting and she trusted us. And so we just changed tack a little bit, and that's a big take-home message for today. Just keep on changing the exercises till you get to what you want. So what I did, I actually got her, you can sit down again if you like. I actually did this. So I took the shoulders right out of the equation and I actually trained her standing up. And I had to watch out for her, if you know her medical history there, the pacemaker's up here as well, and she's also got osteoporosis. So if I pulled too hard, I could actually cause a rib fracture as well. Okay? So there's many things you've got to watch out for. I chose this case because there's many multiple things going on, just to, as the example. So obviously, count 3, 1, 2, 3. I trained her up like that, and then on the way down, just going down really slowly and stopping halfway, and trying to hold that position as you're sitting down. And that's how I trained her with that one exercise. Okay? Thanks, Jules. Well done. And great to say, after we had that as an 8-week goal, so after 4 weeks. We have an adjustable seat. She was able to do from level 5, which is basically about this height here. There's an adjustable seat we have in the gym. She was doing that independently. We actually got her down to about that level in about 4 weeks, so that she was doing really well. And a lot of credit goes to Mrs. J because she does her home exercises thoroughly and she's very diligent and she understands it all as well, so credit to her.
Can I ask a question? Was that just with 1 or 2 sessions a week?
Twice a week.
Twice.
Yeah. Great question.